Hello and welcome to the Blue Collar Bible Guy Daily Bible Reading Challenge. I'm Mike and I'm the Blue Collar Bible Guy. Today is day 13 of our challenge to read the entire Bible in 2026. And today's reading is going to be Genesis chapters 40 and 41. So let's get into the Word and recap what I did for my daily Bible reading. But first, I want to remind you to like and subscribe to the podcast, and please leave any comments or email me at bluecollarBibleGuy@gmail.com. You can find me on the podcast platform of your choice or on YouTube just by searching the Blue Collar Bible Guy. Okay, first, Genesis 40, Faithfulness in the Waiting. Here we see Joseph is still in prison, forgotten, falsely accused, and stuck. Yet notice what hasn't changed. Joseph serves others, Joseph notices people's distress, and Joseph gives God credit for interpretation. Joseph interprets the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker. One is restored, one is executed. Joseph asks the cupbearer to remember him, and he doesn't. This chapter teaches us a truth that doing the right thing doesn't always lead to immediate relief. 2 full years passed with no change. And in Genesis 41, we see God's timing break through. Pharaoh dreams, and suddenly Joseph is remembered. Joseph is pulled from prison to the palace in a single day. The key details here that matter are that Joseph doesn't claim credit, Joseph acknowledges God publicly, and Joseph doesn't just interpret the dream, he offers wisdom. Pharaoh elevates Joseph to second in command over all of Egypt. Years of preparation meet a moment of opportunity. This isn't luck, this is God's timing. God put everything in place for the dominoes to fall the right way so that His will would be done in the life of Joseph, even in the midst of all these negative situations. The first key verse we're going to look at today is Genesis 40:14, where it says, "But think on me when it shall be well with thee." Here we see that Joseph hopes, Joseph waits, but he's still forgotten. The next verse I want to look at is Genesis 41:16, where it says, "It is not in me, God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace." Here Joseph knows exactly where the credit belongs. He gives it 100% on God and not himself for being able to interpret the dream. And Genesis 41:38 says, "Can we find such a one as this, a man in whom the Spirit of God is?" We see that faithfulness becomes visible when God opens the door. The main truth for today is that God uses long seasons of faithfulness to prepare us for sudden moments of responsibility. We don't know when those moments are going to come, so we just got to remain faithful throughout all of the obstacles in life, throughout all the ups and downs, throughout all the troubles, throughout the good times and the bad times, and all of this faithfulness just prepares us for whatever God has planned. So how do we apply this in our lives? Most working people understand this better than anyone. Years of unnoticed effort, skills developed while nobody thinks about it, character tested when no one's watching. Genesis 40 and 41 lets us know that God sees the work that you do in the waiting. Joseph didn't become wise overnight. Prison trained him. Daily reading feels like that. Quiet, repetitive, sometimes boring, sometimes forgotten, but it prepares you for when it matters. So if you're still in the waiting season, don't quit. God's timing is not late, and it's not random. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts, what part of Joseph's story hits you today? And are you currently in a season of waiting right now? Feel free to leave a comment or email me at bluecollarBibleGuy@gmail.com. Again, remember to like and subscribe to the channel and share the podcast with all your friends and coworkers. And as always, stay in the Word, stay faithful, and remember that small obedience done daily builds a strong faith over time. I'll see you tomorrow.